Lusog na katawan, mapayapang isipan. Go palakas, malinis na paligid, mabuting kalooban. Go palakas, hangad na maglingkod sa kapwa't kaibigan. Go palakas, alagaan natin si inang kalikasan. Halika na totoo sa kalikasan at kapwa-tao. Di sa buhay natin ito. Go pala, go pala. Sugan pangkalikasan, go palakas.
We're back on live.
Hello, everybody.
From Lotus Valley Farm. As you
Good
can
morning.
see, ganda ng panahon natin. Still
Nice.
cool. Oo. And welcome again to Go Palakas Radio Show. Maganda ang topic natin ngayon.
Oo, Pebrero pa eh. So,
Pebrero pa
heart
rin.
month pa rin tayo.
Very
Mm-mm.
interesting on topic na nakakonect sa topic ng puso.
Napaka, ano man.
Pag ano ba?
Nakaka-intriga.
Pag sinabing heartthrob. Ano ba yan?
Usually yan ginagamit sa mga pogi at
Oh,
maganda.
usually
Yeah.
In the
Kaya-
world of movies.
physically attractive,
Yes.
that the girls daw fall in love with them, usually for the males.
Yeah.
Pero syempre dahil merong issues of gender equality, yung mga females
Yeah,
dapat
for
din.
both
Pero
na.
in the past, ito really for male.
Male lang, di ba?
Oo, male. Oo, mga heartthrob.
Kaya nga yung, nakita ko yung title, heartthrob. Heartthrob. Sabi,
Ay, hindi, meron din yung heartthrob na iba. Yung pagtibok ng puso, hindi ba? Yung
Hindi.
your heart is throbbing.
That's the
Diba?
literal meaning.
Literally, yung medyo malakas ang
tibok ng puso. Tibok ng
malakas
puso.
ang tibok.
Tapos,
Tight pa.
hindi ba yun yung,
Feel it.
hindi ba yung heart rate variability ang ibig sabihin nun? Gumagano.
Isip lang yun pagka our age na.
Hindi
Nagbabantay
naman
ng
palpitation, hindi naman.
hindi
Oo.
palpitation. Iba pa yun.
Hindi naman to sakit. Hindi ba? Hindi naman to disease or anything. But when a person...
Kili.
meron pa sound effect at saka meron pang
Siyempre,
action.
alive siya.
Kaya nga, ang sinasabi dito, bakit nila nilink doon sa word na heartthrob, yung pag gumaganon yung puso ng tao. Kasi, na-excite.
Yes.
Pag sinabi mo, pag kinikilig, yan ay, nagkakaroon ng throbbing, physical throbbing of the heart.
There's physical
Yung
manifestations
attraction,
para sa
physical
organs.
manifestation of
Tapos
attraction.
with that, pag may na-attract ka with, kasi parang viewer rin yan eh. Kapag may nagusto ka kayo, o nagandahan kayo sa something. Ewan ko kung...
Pero iba yung dating ng heart.
In nature kasi it's
Sa
different
nature.
eh. In nature kasi it's different eh.
It's more calming.
It's more calming.
Okay, yes.
When you see a beautiful view or something that is like a very nice plant,
Oo.
hindi ka nang...
No, iba to. This is a whole different dimension.
Ganun ba yung physical,
Hindi.
nung...
Usually when you see it in nature, you're full of wonder and admiration and thankfulness.
And now in
for that
reverence,
creation,
diba?
no? It's not exactly the same with the heart.
Relaxing,
Oo.
hindi ba? Kasi hindi ko naman nakita nag-walk yung mga bisita na parang lalo na tumatas yung heart rate. Pero I see this one mga manifestations na ganito. One, pag nanonood ang mga tao ng movies or concert. Okay, and they have their favorite singer
Band
or
leader.
band, you know.
Singers.
Or
Oo.
even sa sa
Actors.
field of athletics.
Oh,
diba?
yan. Yes.
Mm.
So, kasi basketball players,
Oh.
sa Philippines, marami tayong mga fans ng mga basketball males, no? Mga athletes. Kaya dito sila nagkakaroon ng tibok ng puso ng malahas, excitement to
Yes.
see, no? Actually, yung sinasabi nga dito, ang mga objects na mga, ito mo tinatawag, sila ay heartthrob. Okay? Yung singers, no, musicians, and also mga actors, yan, oo. And then athletes, no. Sa politician, wala pa yata. Hindi ko nakikita na
Maybe meron now and
kinikilig
then.
yung mga tao kung nakakita ng politician. Pero,
Yung politician.
Yeah, or remember before, yesterday we were watching about Gringo Nasan. In his youth, he was considered also a heartthrob daw.
But he was different.
Yeah.
he
No,
was,
kasi we're talking about the politician.
Right.
He was later on, no?
oo. So at the time,
Because he was a military man, young,
Yes.
dashing.
yes,
Yeah.
usually ito sa mga medyo bata pa, no, yung kumbaga younger age of people, na they become heartthrobs. Although sa mga actors, minsan, hanggang may
marami,
age
oo,
na,
until
hanggang
now.
ngayon,
They age
heartthrob
very
pa
well,
rin.
yes.
O, parang sina Brad Pitt, yung mga ganyan na Tom Cruise, yung mga ganyan na actors. So basically, gusto nating suriin, gusto natin i-discuss itong whole phenomenon, yung itong buong issue, scene ng mga heartthrobs, no? Kasi basically, mapapansin natin marami na. At hindi lang ngayon sa
Every generation.
every
has its own,
generation.
yeah.
Tapos ngayon, hindi lang, let's say, mga Filipino actors or ang maging heartthrob. Ngayon, pati Korean. Hindi
So,
ba?
all
Maraming
over
ngayon.
All over the world,
Korean,
may kanya-kanya.
meron mga
May Asian, may Europeans.
Hollywood. Oo.
Meron yung mga iba sa
Global
US.
na eh.
nakikita niyo.
Diba?
Oo.
So they're known around the world.
Lalo na ngayon, meron tayong social media. Siyempre, pasahan ng mga pwedeng panoorin. Yun ang mga nagiging object ng
Hindi
mga
ka tulad pag sinabi mong mga artista, si Chiquito, hindi yata alam ng hindi yata alam ng mga
Siya, but
si
he was
Dolphy.
he was known for comedy.
Okay. Iba ka namin naman following.
Si Dolphy, maraming fans.
Yes.
Diba?
Oh, yeah.
Yan
Siguro
naman.
yung generation na yan ngayon, din lalo natin pinag-usapan.
Oo.
Minsan nga, minsan nga meron akong binabanggit may nakita ako, uy, sasakyan pang rat patrol yan Gumanagan ako.
Nalalaman yung age.
Sabi nga nung
Parang
kumakasama ko,
yun.
sabi sa akin, Tito, ako naabot ko yun. Alam ko kung ano yung rat patrol na yun. Pero baka sa mga
So yung mga tao, hindi na pa inabutan si Chiquito.
Sorry.
They were
Last
very
century
very
yata.
Tatanong natin si Kesh, yung ating tech. Alam mo kung sino yan.
No,
Actually, heartthrob ba? Meron ka ba?
about that. Ask her about somebody newer.
Pero,
It's nice to know what the young people are going through also.
Baka yung mga nakikinig, sige, makipag-comment kayo dyan. Sino ba yung mga alam yung mga heartthrob at bakit, hindi ba?
What attracts you to such personalities or such people? Hindi ba? Is it due to their, hindi ba, ang tao kasi, pagdating sa mga, hindi ba, minsan may nakausap ako. Sabi ko, alam mo, yung lalim ng buhay ng isang tao, yung meaning niya ba, yung purpose and all of that. Minsan dinidisregard natin yung may mga ganun. But you can find certain actors who became famous, heartthrobs, but yet they use their platform of attracting people to them for a deeper and a higher purpose. Para langhap lahat, hindi ba?
Pero in the beginning, ano pa siya? Medyo shallow pa yung reason people are attracted. So it's more of the external, di ba?
But na-realize nila, the heartthrobs naman, yung mga tao who are going through, wow, they're attracting so many people to them. And if they don't find meaning to what their status is, makikita mo rin, sometimes, when they reach a certain age, nawala na yung attraction sa kanila, and you will find after, may life after it.
Mm.
Yeah.
And you will find those who sustain themselves throughout,
Mm-mm.
even as they grow older, they lose their luster,
Mm-mm.
but just because they have deeper purpose and meaning and they use that platform,
Mm.
nagbabago pa rin ang
Oo.
outlook sa kanila,
Oo.
di ba? Na kumbaga nahihinog, di ba?
Yes.
Nahihinog ng tama.
Meron nga isang sinabi, ito panahon ng Monkeys. Yung Monkeys na banda noon.
Alam niyo ba yung Monkeys? Monkees yun, Monkeys. Kayo ba mahilig sa Monkeys lang? Yung kita kayo? Tanong naman natin yung asking next person si Case kung meron siyang gano'n.
I mean, now like monkeys, ano yan? Now,
We were high school students at that time and they were very popular. Kumbaga meron ng Beatles, no?
yeah,
Meron
this is
din-
during Beatles
Oo,
time.
and then meron din yung parang kasabayan niya yung mga Monkeys.
Tsaka yung head
They
doon,
were famous also because they had a TV show.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that helped a lot.
Actually, one of the guys here, si Davy Jones, no? He said, I used to be a heartthrob and now I am a coronary. Okay. Kumbaga, lumipas na. Dati, heartthrob. Coronary na lang siya ngayon. Kumbaga, yung
Baka may heart issue na siya, problema.
namatay nga ng heart attack.
Ayan
Eh.
nga, oo.
Kumbaga,
Meron siya problema sa puso.
noon
Literally.
nakakapagpatibo ka ng puso ng ibang tao. Pero pag umiidad na yung katawan, hindi na
Sarili mong puso ayaw nang
nagiging
gumana.
Sabi, hindi pa yan.
paano? Tinawa si, kung banda ang pinag-uusapan natin,
Oo.
di ba?
Oh, madami yan.
Sa Rolling Stones, di ba?
Oo.
Hanggang ngayon,
Buhay
Oo.
pa.
they still try to gyrate up in the stage.
Naka
You know.
70-year-old na yata yun or 80.
Oo.
Siguro may piting kasama pa.
Ikaw.
Ang pinakapunto noon, talagang for their look, merong mga tao for their looks talagang hinahangaan. Pero pag nawala na yung looks,
Oh.
kasi yung sa banda, galing naman. Yung talent remains through the years. Pero if yung paghanga dun sa tao is hanggang itsura lang, pag nawala na yung yung youthful,
Yung luster niya.
yung luster, yun, nagfe-fade na yun, di ba? Especially
Kaya nga,
in
you know,
Hollywood, di ba? Pagka nag-age yung actors, tanggal ka na dyan. Palit.
oo.
But they get newer
What?
and newer ones.
Naka-
They're not very
di ba the word luster.
Oo.
Luster.
Oo nga, meron.
Supposed to be, it's about the light from within. Yeah.
Right. But there's also
But
another
there's also
meaning
the
to it,
last beginning,
Right.
which is a different meaning.
which drives you
It's not love.
as the individual.
It's a material attraction.
Attraction.
Yes.
So it's something that we all have. Di ba? Kasi yung love nagiging lust.
Oo.
Kasi what's the difference between the
Yun.
two? What's the difference between lust and love?
Kaya nga, this is
So
something
that's
that,
why we're talking about heartthrob, di ba?
Mm.
Para we can differentiate also. That if it's love, it goes beyond the way your body looks.
Yeah.
You're not just attracted to that, but it's a deeper relationship.
Oo. It's not physical.
Yeah.
and then, you know,
But lust is all about the physical attraction.
that's why when heartthrobs come around, di ba, what kind of triggers that ignites that attraction? Di ba?
Minsan
Where's it
everybody
coming from?
kasi naghahahawa
sometimes-
sa crowd.
With when you talk about love, it's a totally different dimension.
Oo.
It goes
Diba?
beyond all of those
Right.
external factors.
Mhm.
Parang pagmamahal sa magulang, kahit nung dumating yung mga age ng we still have that love, we still have that
And
appreciation.
it's something you work with,
Oo.
and you work
Diba?
for as you even age.
Oo.
And it's not just based on something that happened for a particular time,
Oo.
but it's something that you nurture
Oo.
the rest of your life. You
Oo.
know,
Kasi love contains all the attractive qualities. Diba? Andun
Mm.
yung acceptance, forgiveness, kindness,
Mm.
compassion.
Mm.
Ang dami lahat
Oo.
ng attractive qualities kasali sa love siya.
Oo.
yeah, when-
Whereas lust is more external talaga. How nice is your nose, maganda ba yung eyebrows mo?
Oo.
You know, the whole package tinitingnan.
Do you have money?
It's
Do
more
you
about
have
package.
power.
Yeah.
Ganun, kasama rin.
Oh.
Charisma, di ba? Yung
Ayun.
charisma mo, kailangan meron kang charisma na, yun, pag tumayo ka, marunong kayong minsan makikita
Or magaling
mo.
naman bola.
Ayun, magaling yun.
Salita.
Bumili ng roses and chocolate.
People speak the way they speak.
May Dutch.
Oo.
Mhm.
Eh minsan, di ba, may mga tao, mababait naman, pero hindi magaling magsalita. Di ba? They're very simple. Pero napaka-simple lang nila mag-communicate.
But you might feel their sincerity. So
Mhm.
that's an attractive
That's an attractive
feature.
quality.
So meron
Love can go beyond these things, but last, well, hanggang ano ka lang, labas. So it doesn't usually last.
Right.
Oo.
Love lasts and lust doesn't.
Meron sinabi dito ang isang actor, si Jude Law.
Right.
He's from Britain. I'm not called Jude Law. I have 3 names. Hunk Jude Law or Heartthrob Jude Law.
Mhm.
That's the cheap language that's thrown around that sums you up in one little bracket. It doesn't look at your life, but if one looks beyond, there is actually a little bit more. Okay. So, feeling niya as somebody who's popular, nare-recognize niya yung sinasabi natin na yung people tingin lang dun sa physical, di ba? And then he's saying, if you look closely, there's more beyond that physical appearance, no? So, buti na lang, hindi sila, yung kumbaga, yung nasisilaw din sila sa sarili nilang popularity. Oo. So, sabi niya nga, cheap language lang yun eh. Yung sabihin na, heartthrob ka or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, during,
You have a
di ba,
label.
there's one up to now yung legacy nung buhay niya.
Mm-mm.
Na,
Sino?
it encompassed many generations.
Oo.
Si Elvis Presley,
Ayan.
di ba? I
Yung
mean,
kilala niyo.
pag sinabi natin ngayon,
Oh my God,
pag
everybody.
sinabi natin hanggang ngayon, alam pa rin natin hanggang ngayon.
Yeah.
Oh, tanong na kay kilala mo ba si Elvis Presley? Kasi,
Kilala niya.
kumbaga 1950s yun.
O nga, no?
After the war.
Mm-mm.
1950s siya.
Kahit si Marilyn Monroe.
Ang dami.
After the war.
Pero yung katulad si Elvis, umabot niya hanggang ngayon. People still go to kung saan siya pinanganak.
Museum.
Meron pa rin naggagaya sa kanya.
Ay, marami pa rin.
Live contests ng
Oo.
look-alikes.
So basically, yung heartthrob siya.
Oo,
Diba?
talagang heartthrob.
Oo.
But pagdating naman, look, on the end of the day, that's why even as a heartthrob, we don't see that it is such a burden on their part.
Oo.
Yeah.
Oo.
Actually, that's what sometimes
Some of them
makes them so sad.
makes them so, it's if you analyze their life, the way they live later, and they're like him, for example, 43 siya eh.
Was unhappy.
Nung namatay siya.
Mm.
And you find out that it's all about packaging him right. He became a commodity.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's what it is. They're just like commodities.
You
And
know,
their own
pinapackage.
feelings and their own desires have to be put aside
Oo.
to promote that
Mm.
And they're
Image.
selling, kumbaga we're selling this image, the image that, kumbaga I was designed to,
yung manager.
the manager, okay, this is how it's going to work.
Image
Da,
niya.
da, 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 da. We rake in so much funds,
Mm-mm.
fame, wealth, everything that you can imagine that we are desirous of,
Mm-mm.
thinking that, oh, this is my heartthrob.
Mm-mm.
Diba? I even spend, I even buy posters, I even buy
All the merchandise.
all the merchandise. But yet behind the heartthrob is life.
Oo. Oo.
Then we see, oh,
Maraming
very sad.
kwento na,
Talaga
di ba
naman.
ngayon, even sa Korean novel,
Oo.
TV novelas, maraming kwento na ganyan in the world of movies or entertainment
Kasi
na you just hear, oh, nagpakamatay, what
Oo.
happened? And then you hear the story behind.
and then you
That
find that
interest.
again, it's all about the package that's being,
Yeah.
and then you're driven or you're guided to go to a certain level as far as people are concerned. Okay, you have to keep doing this. You have to do that.
Mm.
Sasabihin
Or
sa'yo, when
you
you go
can't
on
do
stage,
this. Oo.
So ngayon,
They sign contracts. for
Many of-
example,
many of
mga
those
balik-
who-
bawal yan.
even in athletics,
Oh, yeah.
it's the same.
Yeah.
They never had, you will find a story, wow, champion, ganito, ganito, ganito. But yet you will find that they never had a childhood.
Yeah.
Oo, kasi puro training.
Merong
Kahit
story
education
nga
pa-
na
kaya-
recent sa news about two young girls na runners.
Mhm.
And they were suffering what they call RED, restricted energy deficiency. Kumbaga yung,
What does that mean?
kasi nga yung pinagbawal silang kumain masyado.
Mm.
So yung
And then to maintain a certain weight.
yeah, and then so they were so hungry. Isa daw tuwing nasa locker room siya, she would steal the food of her teammates.
Oo.
And then she would eat in the bathroom. Yung ganun siyang ka-hungry na.
Yeah.
But yung coach, kasi pinupush siya na
Oo.
kailangan hanggang ditong weight ka lang. So, a lot of people na sa panlabas o parang galing-galing pero sa likod nga ng buhay,
Oo.
no? Ay
Mahirap.
meron silang dinadaanan na paghihirap. So, basically, it's a parang glittering presentation,
Yes,
you
oo.
know. There's also the story of Justin Bieber. He's a very young,
Singer.
I don't know if he's still young.
Canadian.
Oo. And
Still young compared to us. But he's young compared to us.
I will ask you.
Young adult.
Do you know Justin Bieber?
Oh,
kwento niya na sa room niya, talagang chine-check siya ng security because he would always like parang get into like a depression.
Oo.
You know, merong nagda-drugs siya and everything. That he had to go into rehab, you know, but he was so out of it. He was so depressed, so unhappy
Mm-mm.
na he was suffering talaga. But when you see them on stage, wow, ganda.
Image yun.
Oo, ang
Yun
ganda.
yung nangyari kay, diba, si Elvis Presley because he was traveling all around the world, one show after the other. Siyempre napapagod,
Oo.
but he has to perform. So they were giving him drugs
Oh,
talaga so he can continue performing.
Oo.
So it ruins
his
your
biggest
system.
struggle then was getting a good night's sleep.
Wow.
Yeah, like Michael Jackson, ganun
Yeah,
din. Di
good night's sleep.
makatulog.
Most of them had this issue. of
Issues. Kasi
sleep
they're
issues.
so hyped up, so we can perform.
cranked
They
up.
forget about the rest.
Right. Because even if you're not induced by something, let's say drugs or whatever, by just the actions that you do,
Oo.
that you need to perform, you need to just to get
Practice
to,
pa, may practice
to that
pa.
level
Oo.
of performance,
Energy.
even without artificial assistance.
Oo.
Mm-mm.
You know how it is sa atin.
Mahirap wind down. To
Yeah,
get
on our
to
daily
sleep.
thing, di ba sa atin sa buhay natin, we are advised, okay, whoever you are, bata, handa, you have to have a period where you need to rest.
Oo, pahinga naman.
So, but you will find those in this heartthrob status,
Mm.
for them to sustain themselves and the image and the merchandise that they have to represent.
Mm.
It
Based
takes
on their contracts.
it takes
They
a
have
toll
to do
in
certain things.
their very being.
Yes,
Oo.
kawawa.
Yung kanilang buong buhay apektado.
Let's
And their
pati-
relationships especially.
patiin natin.
Especially
Ating
those
mga
who travel,
kasama.
di ba?
Oo.
Hiwalay ka sa
Okay,
family.
patiin natin yung mga kasama natin ngayong umaga, si Venus. Then Aurora, good morning to you. Ligaya, Atison, good morning. Thomas, no? Good morning.
Meron dito nagsabi nga na sinabi niya, I don't consider myself a heartthrob in any way. I just pinch myself. He's an actor, si Liam Hemsworth.
Mm.
Kumbaga, kinukurot-kurot niya yung sarili niya para hindi siya.
Get real.
Oo, yung
Don't
fall
get
into
carried
the-
away by,
Don't fall into that
Huwag kang
image
panaginip,
trap.
parang yung ilusyon.
you know, you will find that there are those,
check ka
there are
lang.
those who are, yung mga mature heartthrobs, yung habang umiidad
That's
sila.
Liam. He's older
Nakikita
now.
mo, si Liam,
Hmm.
Oo.
you
Older
figure out where
than
he
siya.
lives. During the Hollywood, when he has to be doing his shows and all, or shooting, and dyan. Kasi his presence is needed. Di ba nag-shoot ka? Tapos,
Between
between
projects.
projects, he lives in a farm.
Oh.
Kaya
May mga
into
ganon.
earth.
Oo.
Not into, hindi siya na
So, kumbaga,
nasisilaw.
sa atin, kaya natin binabanggit ito. Kasi alam mo, siguro, kung meron sa inyo dyan, meron mga heartthrob ko, napaka-negative naman yung tatlong niya.
Hindi, we
That's-
just have to show the
There's
truth.
a reality behind this.
Kasi hindi nga sila heartthrob. Pero yun ang goal nila. Gusto nila, parang ganun sila. Hindi
Kasi
siya ganun.
sa atin din, may ganun eh. May,
Ano man tawag dun? Masyadong, it's just a dream.
Ay, may,
It's overrated.
it's on the list.
Overrated.
Nag-comment yung isang heartthrob.
Oh, ano
Si,
sabi?
ano ito, si Enrique Iglesias.
okay.
Anak to ni
Yeah, yung
Julio
Julio.
Iglesias, pero ito naging singer din.
Yeah.
Sabi niya, I'm not a heartthrob. I hate that word.
Oo nga.
Ganon siyang kanin.
Marunong siya.
Oy, mas negative siya. Hate na niya yung word. Pero
Eh,
alam
kasi
mo,
it's so unreal eh.
yung una nga niya, yung story niya, although popular yung tatay niya, no,
So, very.
he just borrowed money from his nanny.
Hmm.
Tapos, para maggumawa ng demo tape na i-submit
Oo. Itong anak.
yung anak.
Oo.
Kumbaga, hindi siya riding on.
Yes.
Hindi niya
Yeah, kumbaga hindi niya sinasakyan yung popularity ng pangalan.
Oo. Kumbaga siya down to earth. Ito yung buhay ko. Ito yung ginagawa ko.
Yeah.
Ito yung gagawin ko. At saka yung kahit yung married life nila with a Russian tennis player, si Anna Kournikova, you know.
Mhm. Kilala yun.
Kilala rin yun, pero barely may makikita ka sa social media. Kumbaga,
May
dito,
privacy.
This is where sometimes this is on the social media where everybody is in now. I mean, I'm not a social media person, you know, so we're very much, you know,
I like face to face.
we live in a farm,
So,
so we stay grounded as much as we can and not get so excited by many of the things that we don't
hindi na yun kasi.
see.
Yeah.
But anyway, the point is, okay, yung sa heartthrob, minsan, even, di ba, the tendency is, how many views? How many
followers.
Di ba? May mga ganon eh.
Minsan peke na nga eh. Para lang, they just film something. That's not really what they're doing. It's just so they can put it up there, no?
But it can work against you also, having all your followers. Hindi ba? Yung sinasabi mo, basta mga actresses, hindi ba? They start getting bashed. They start getting negative
When they show
comments.
that they're aging, all those wonderful actresses who were famous in their time, the nangyayari ngayon, the phenomena is, when they show that they are aging, they're not dyeing their hair, nagpapakita sila na meron silang wrinkles. Na ang dami nagagalit sa kanila, ang pangit daw nila, people really criticize them. Because sila naman, they said, well, it's part of life. They're more down to earth. Realistic sila. They're not caught up in that heartthrob business na. Although they were at some point in their life, ganoon. Pero sila, they know how to age gracefully and accept the different stages in life.
Tsaka gusto nila maging komportable. Komportable ako na walang makeup. Hindi ba yung iba, hindi na nga nagme-makeup.
Yeah.
And there was this thing na even amongst the celebrities, yung show yourself on social media without the makeup. No? So nakita, wow, ang dami pala niyang butlig, ang dami pala yung mga ang dami kino-cover lang ng mga makeup. Pero that's yung okay, I'm comfortable showing what my face looks like without the makeup. And I'm comfortable dressing up even in a certain way.
In a comfortable way, yeah. Actually, there are those actresses in the past who were well known, like Raquel Welch. Hindi siguro kilala yan ni Nick Cage, but she was really famous. And she fell into that trip of having all these surgeries, to fix things. And now she's saying, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that. She should have followed the example of the others who age gracefully. Kasi syempre, nagbabago lahat eh. So even if, let's say, hindi pinaretoke mo yung face mo, yung nose mo, your whatever you wanted to change. But as your body ages, oh my God, everything goes in the wrong direction.
Yung pusod, nandito na yung pusod. Ganun ba yan?
Joke.
Misplaced na yan.
Okay. But, on the end, see,
so it's important to know, okay, who are we ba talaga?
That's the nature ba ng mundo natin? It's like, katulad, kahapon, nagpunta ako sa isang kaibigan ko kahapon, So, nagpabisita rin siya. We had to talk about something. Yan. Bukas sila ng magandang restaurant. Magaling sila sa lahat, no?
Artists
and stuff, and then, But it's a modern setup na resto. One of the, kumbaga ano, uy, ibang league siya ngayon dito sa La Union. No, so nakikita ko, uy, ganda nito upskill we feel. But yet at the same time, you could see it's the values that every person has. Kasi sa ating mga buhay, our life, if we're guided well, we treasure our life. Nakikita natin yung halaga ng ating buhay. And there are those, they can become successful here. So, alam mo, they're so wealthy, they're well-known, they're politicians like this. But yet at the same time, at the end of the day, nakikita mo yung certain ways and habits nila. Yung parang more. Parang hindi ako makokontento kung yung mundo wala pa sa bulsa ko, yung gano'n.
It's a very hard way to live.
Hard way
And
to
it's
live.
very hard to live.
And hard
That's
to
the
live.
kind of
Kaya
life
nga,
you have.
so when I was coming home after visiting yesterday, siyempre ako nakatira ako sa farm. Very simple na. Kumbaga na we made things in such a way our buhay. The simplicity, you
Mas
embrace
madali,
that
mas madali.
and you don't wanna have all of these hang-ups, no? Na kailangan kong gawin yun, kailangan ko gawin. Napapagod ka lang yan, patatandain ka lang yan at the end of the day. And when those trappings are not there anymore, this is what a lot of the athletes,
Depression.
they can't play basketball as well anymore. The boxers, they can never retire, even,
na nila sarili.
even, you know,
Bukol-bukol na yung mukha.
iba na yung, ni-shapen na yung mga face.
The boxers kasi they get brain damage pa with all of the
And then you'll find that in the end, a lot of us who we idolize certain people, in the end, right? Don't hear about them anymore.
Or you hear about them when there's something tragic na that
Right.
happened.
Sadness to it, you know. So when we deal with heartthrobs, okay,
Whether you're called one or not, it's not what's gonna make us happy.
May heart of kami tumatawa.
nag-agree siya dun sa sinabi.
Agree. Matalino talaga.
Meron pa nga sabi ng isang actor, si Robert Powell. The heartthrob thing came in the late 1960s.
The term.
Yes. And to be honest, it was fun. But I was very aware that well-known actors are two people. Who you are and who other people think you are. Life only gets tricky if you confuse the two.
Exactly.
O kumbaga yung image na isip ng tao at saka kung sino ka talaga. Pag yan, ikaw, na-confuse kami.
Minsan kasi you live in that illusion.
Doon na, tricky na yun. Kumbaga, komplikado na yun. That's where you start,
maging problematic.
Overwhelmed and being influenced by that whole illusion na talaga.
You have to keep your feet on the ground.
Exactly.
Kailan totoo.
Oo. Kasi nga, of course, like one, sinasabi natin, aging will actually ruin that whole illusion. Will destroy that illusion.
You will find those
Kung ayaw mo i-give up.
You will find those who are very famous. Yun nga, binanggit natin kanina na those who become ambassadors, they represent certain good of the society or promote certain things. You will find, the way they live, kumbaga, there's that.
You see two sides of the world.
Right.
You see the reality. Kasi ang mga movies and things like that, naman yan, illusion lahat.
Yes. And also, not just the aging will actually show you the reality dramatically and realistically. It's also diseases.
Yes.
Just like the story of Chris Aquino. Kumbaga, she's to deal now with her autoimmune diseases, no? And
although I heard she's finally getting better. They found a way to deal with it.
But she has so many medicines to take,
So
and it's always a battle for her.
But
also it's your fame, di ba? Sometimes if biglang wala ka ng projects, hindi ka nakilala, then you see who your real friends are also.
Yes. So yun ang mga nagpapakita sa atin ng lessons. Kung may lessons dyan . So sabi nga niya, may natututunan siya even just by watching the lives
Yes.
of these popular and famous people, nakikita may
Or the
lesson din.
husbands.
Oo,
Oo,
it's
diba?
a lesson for us that dahil ng sinasabi natin yung generation natin, tsaka younger generation, makikita nila yung lessons o yung aging, parang si Davy Jones, gano'n. Makikita natin na mangyayari at mangyayari din yun sa atin, yung aging of the body. But yung sinasabi mo, age with, ano ba yan, with gracefully, yan yung mga tao na alam, somehow or other, this is just a garment. Kumbaga, this is just a covering. That's not really me, you know. I'm not this physical face or physical dress that I'm just wearing. So yun yung mas may wisdom, knowing that they're not the body and they're happy, they're confident of who they are, especially if you know you're spiritual. You know, basically you're confident, para kumbaga young at heart always. You know, hindi tayo parang nadidepress with all of these things. So kahit naman tayo hindi, kumbaga meron pa ring heartthrob na sabihin natin, may mga wise people rin na naging heartthrob pero hindi naman sila nagpapadala
Yeah,
lagi.
ito nga, yung ambassador. They become ambassador of certain,
Mm.
they
Maybe they
represent,
work for the United Nations,
right,
for a certain cause.
for the environment, for health,
For
for,
children.
you know,
Yeah.
there are those
For
who,
women's rights.
there are those
also.
who were once famous actor or actress, then they suddenly fell ill of a certain disease,
Yeah.
and then suddenly they create a whole awareness of this. You know, these things can work in so many different ways of buhay natin. Similarly sa atin din. Siyempre, the unit which is the primary unit of our life begins in family. Di ba? So, as we look at our parents, how do you look at your parents, mom and dad? At hanggang sa huling hantungan yan you know, you remember them. There's always a way to remind you of what they've done for you. And what was the very factor that let you be indebted and you feel indebted towards them. It has to do with love. It's as simple as that. Kasi on the end of the day, your heartthrobs can come and go. Pops, may ganun ka pa eh. Or mama, you know, recently my mom passed nga, you know. May picture siyang nilabas. You know, favorite picture niya when she was young.
Mukhang artista.
Oo nga.
Di ba with that picture?
Mutik na nga siya
Trying
naging
to get her to be an actor.
sa Sampaguita film siya nung araw. But inabot siya ng gera rin.
Oo.
So, marami nakakita ng ng yung friends or those na kilamay. And say, ganda pala ng mama mo. Yung gano'n. Kaya hanggang bandang huli yan, we have to always be, kumbaga it's not just the face, it's not just the beauty, but it's
Of
what
your body.
on your body, but it's what the person has done for you.
Yeah.
What they did in their life to help others.
Yeah. So,
That's their inner beauty.
so
Mas
it doesn't,
importante.
you don't have to be a heartthrob to do that. You know, you can be as simple as just a mom, but yet you perform such tasks,
It's the most difficult job
which is
to be a
difficult
parent.
to be a parent. You know, so you will find, for us, on the end of the day, who do you remember the most? It is those who made a difference in your life. And then there are the great personalities and saintly persons who have come our midst who are doing this too, touching lives. You know, how deep, right? And these are the ones you actually embrace and remember the rest of your life. You know, there's great personalities that came. You know.
Actually, yung pinaka mga naaalala ng tao is not that, ang gwapo niya. It's more of what, ang bait niya. Ang bait niya.
Binago niya yung perception ko sa buhay na nagbago yung aking tanaw.
Na-inspire ako.
Na-inspire ako dahil may ginawa itong isang tao na to. Yun ang maalala. You know. So, on the end, a heartthrob in the US may not become a heartthrob in Africa or somewhere else. Hindi naman siya makikilala na gano'n. Like now, we ask Case, kung kilala niya si Elvis Presley, kilala naman niya. Pero kung meron siyang poster ni Elvis Presley, wala naman. Ewan ko lang kay Justin, di ba? But ang point, on the end of the day, certain things and certain experiences come and go. That's the nature of life in this world. Relationship, attraction. You know what I'm saying? Nagda-die down yan eh, you know. In the beginning, you're so wow. But, you know, you buy the person's records, you try to wear the kind of clothes he wears, and mga maraming ganun eh. Ano yan, yung name brands, di ba? May mga ganun yan eh. You get, so you realize it's just all merchandise. And then pagtingin mo, ay, pareho pala yung tela nung ginawa sa binenta sa palengke ng La Union kesa doon sa binili ko sa mall. Pareho pala bang may tatak lang ng taong nagsusuot nun or something, di ba?
Branded.
Yeah, in the end, what matters is really the love, you know.
Right.
Like there's this actor, I forget his name, but he was one of the guys who became a James Bond star. And a lot of people, they make fun of him or they criticize him kasi he's so guapo, but his wife, you know, right now, she's tumaba. Tumaba yung wife niya. So they're criticizing him kasi yung mga fans, they expect, if you're heartthrob, dapat you have a trophy wife, di ba? Ang tawag nila doon. Yung presentable. Eh, yung wife niya, tumaba siya, maganda siya, pero tumaba na siya, they're criticizing him. Bakit ganyan ang misis mo, no? And then he was defending her because sabi niya, this woman, mahal na mahal ako nito. She pulled me out of a depressive state kasi he used to have another wife na matay. But this, the second wife, siya yung tumulong sa kanya through his darkest time in life. And napakabait. So he's standing by her, you know. So we can see that it's not so much about how you look talaga. What's really important is that relationship of love that you have with somebody.
Yes.
Even if you have a heartthrob, the question would be whether your heartthrob really love you.
Ayun na nga.
Hindi mo pa nga kilala ka ba? Di ba, on the end of the day, may ganun yun eh.
Tsaka in that world of, let's say, sa movies, yun nga term na trophy wife. Parang they want to have a wife na they can show off. They don't necessarily care about that person. It's just for the image again as usual.
Meron din sinabi si Kartik Aryan, isang Indian actor naman. Sinabi niya, Bollywood siya. If fans consider me a heartthrob, I think it has more to do with the kind of characters that I have played. Parang yung sinasabi mo, James Bond, di ba? So dashing,
Fall in love with the character.
you know, that's your image. That's what you have been built up. You know, yung role mo. So expectation na partner ni James Bond, di ba? Sexy, di ba? So kailangan, so people, yun nga yung movies, it affects people. No? Parang, ganyan ka, kailangan dapat ganito rin yung asawa mo. So it's very, kumbaga, deceiving eh. Kumbaga yung illusion ng mga movies and everything. Pinadala sa real life. Hindi naman dapat nating i-continue yung illusion ng sine doon sa ating sa buhay ng mga tao na nag-work sa mga movies, you know. So yan, ako, napakainit na. Batiin natin yung mga dumagdag pa sa ating show. Yan si Herschel Tolentino and si Saldi.
There's actually a lot more who could see the show, but I hope that all of you, on the end, you know, be introspective. Sa buhay natin. You know, relationships in this world will come and go. There are relationships that are real. There are relationships that are just, you know, parang may attraction na ganito. But yet, we have to learn to live a life that is balanced. And things that are really, that will bring happiness to you, that will really raise your level of consciousness. See, so we have to learn to be also very careful, right? And discriminating in many ways. Yeah. But not at the same time, not looking down or not looking at faults. Kasi may ganon eh. Yun ang world na, yun ang problema kasi sa mundo na ganyan eh. The tendency is that, you know, even amongst the heartthrobs, I'm better than that other guy. Hindi ba may mga ganon yan eh. But yet you will find, in the world that we live in, we have to always be, standing on solid ground. Solid grounds.
Sabi nga ni Carmel de Vera, good morning, beauties in The
Go palakas. Beauty is to-
inner beauty does not fade.
Exactly.
Oh,
That
Huwag
we,
tayong
Let's
masilaw
huwag
sa
tayong
outer
masisilaw.
beauty.
So this is how we should end. Thank you for your comments.
And may I also just say, there is a real person who is worthy to be a heartthrob, our supreme best friend. So, yan ay, pero kung naghahanap tayo ng heartthrob, you just have to look for the real right person.
Tsaka hindi nyo kailangan hanapin na malayo. Nandun, kasama nyo palagi.
Oo.
From
Sige.
him, all beauty comes.
Ay,
Yes.
Maraming salamat sa inyo. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Yes.
Bye.
Pangkalusugan, pangkalikasan, go palakas.